host, Aurora, and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today. I hope you're doing well. I hope it is easy and flowing for you at the moment. And if it is not, I hope I can bring some peace, value, hope into your life. Today I want to talk about the darkness inside of us. No one is just sunshine and unicorns. We all have our dark days, our dark moods, dark history, stuff that we are ashamed of, dark thoughts, dark dreams. It is part of life. Some people call it the shadow of human nature. And some of us decide to be in radical denial of their darkness. And that's possible. But it takes a lot of effort to suppress these energies and to, play in a masquerade day in, day out. And it is also not really authentic, so it will be harder for you to have really deep, meaningful connections when you don't show the people that you love and care what your dark side is all about. And the art is that you don't make them feel your dark side, but that you talk about it, express yourself, and integrate it for yourself. You kind of embrace it, you allow it to be there, and then it will lose in importance at the same time. If you're a very ego-driven, ambitious person, you might struggle with competition and comparing yourself. Now you can push that away successfully and try to run away, but it is not possible, and you know it too. If we start making jokes with our friends, our loved ones, about our jealousy, or when we simply just tell them how we feel at times, then it creates a space of trust. And again, it takes out the energy of that darkness. There's lots of stuff that we sometimes don't like about ourselves. And being active, very active on social media, I noticed that at times I told myself, I'm not really in a good mood today. I don't feel pretty. I don't want to do a video. Or I'm not in a good space. I don't want to record an episode today for my podcast. And I don't want to say I was trying to make excuses, because this is really how I felt. But then I realized that, but everything what people are going to see then is the Aurora that is always in a good mood and shiny and maybe somewhat pretty. But what about the other side? What about my dark side? What about my dark moods? And as good as I can, I'm not holding back from sharing that with you. This whole situation with COVID that is going on is pretty draining. It's pretty scary. It's pretty annoying at times. it is pretty lonely too. And I can get into really dark places of depression, especially during winter. Winter depression is really a thing in my life. And I feel for this winter, I'm setting up myself for success. I launched my little business. I'm becoming a coach. I'm coaching more and more people and help people in distress. Not battling mental illnesses, that is for psychologists and counselors, but for people who feel like they don't want to overburden their friends and family anymore. They want to get real, genuine help and reach out to me, and I can make them feel better. I can make them feel less lonely, and I empower them and make them feel capable, remind them of their dreams. And that really helps me a lot to not drift into my seasonal darkness. And before that, I was trying to distract myself. I didn't want to feel those dark feelings. I didn't want to sit with it. I was trying to run away from it. Not with any success, because it works only for so long, and then you exhaust yourself, you burn yourself out literally, and then you compensate in the wrong areas of your life. Like you withdraw more and more and feel more and more lonely, yet what you're really craving is deep connection. And deep connection is what I found out is when you find people that you can share this darkness with. And again, it is an art to share your darkness without overburden, overloading the people that are listening, but to just speak from the heart. Again, I don't know your darkness. I don't know what you're carrying around. Maybe it is heartbreak from long ago, and you're still struggling with it. Maybe it is financial distress. Maybe it is weird thoughts. Maybe it is thoughts of jealousy, of not having any hope. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's aggression. Maybe it is fear. Whatever it is part of you. You cannot run away from it. You can dissociate from it a little bit. You can name it, or you can share it with people that you can trust. So maybe over the next couple of days, you can find some time where you just spend time with yourself and notice, when is that darkness coming up? When does it want my attention? And what does it tell me about me if I start being able to talk about it? My goodness, there's so many groups out there on Facebook, on Reddit, there's so many videos on YouTube about the exact topic that you might be struggling with. And so often we can feel understood, and then maybe just let go a little bit more around the shame and the vulnerability that we feel about our darkness. When it comes to intimate relationship, when it comes to romantic relationship, I realized that you can only hide your dark side for so long until you find excuses to push them away, right? You will push them away. Oh yeah, because I've been busy recently, or oh yeah, this and that is going on in my neighbor's life and I want to be of support. Your ego will find such sexy and funny and real excuses to not start opening up to your partner. It's just hilarious. It's incredible. And all because we want to maintain that self-image that we have of ourselves, that little bit of a pride or goodness that we feel. And then you're in a relationship with someone for longer, and all of a sudden you see their darkness and you're like, holy shit, what have I signed up for? Do I even want this? And this is why we hide our darkness from the other person to start with, right? Because we don't want to feel rejected or be rejected. We don't want the person to look at us differently. We want to look shiny. We want to feel shiny. We want to be a good person, a good citizen. But this game is so exhausting. And you will see, as soon as you drop your guards, you allow the other person to do the same. And your relationship will get so much deeper now, because sometimes it's really stuff that you don't share with anybody else but that one person. And it will make them feel precious. It will make them want to be close to you. It is a good thing to show your darkness. Again, to not make them feel the darkness, but to talk about it. And when the darkness comes up out of nowhere and maybe wants to attack people, hurt people, then they will know. Then they can name it, and then they can help you. Then they can learn to not take it personally, and you can grow out of the darkness more into light. If you've been following me here for a little while, you know that I'm more about embracing shit than suppressing it. And I've gone really far with that. I'm not perfect yet. I'm certainly not perfect yet. Please don't get me wrong. But in learning to embrace my stuff and to not beat myself up on top of having a dark day and treating people not so nicely, I learned to let go of it more. I learned to be a more pleasant person to be around in the end, but only because I did the work, because I was willing to talk about my darkness. When I talk about it, when I know people are listening to me right now, I feel like shit. I wanna hear from you now. I wanna know what your darkness is about. Sometimes I record my episodes and I wonder, do people even really resonate what I'm saying here? Does it really do good in the world? Do I bring value to people? It'd be easier to have people sitting in front of me and, I could even read their face expression, their body language, and it would tell me if I'm on a good path. But I chose to do something really brave and to create something on a regular basis where I do not regularly know how people feel about my content. If you want to give me a little tap on the shoulder, if you want to give me a sign that I really should continue, just leave me a 5-star review or write me a little review or connect with me on Facebook and shoot me a message there. It would mean so much to me. In future episodes and videos, I will embrace my darkness even more. Today I recorded a video for you guys on my Aurora Agate coaching page, and the first picture of the video, just before you click on that video, that picture was so weird. I looked so weird on there, and all of a sudden a panic came up, and I looked up like how to change a thumbnail of a Facebook live video after it's been published. And for 10 minutes I was going crazy because I couldn't figure it out. And then after those 10 minutes I just thought, fuck it. Yes, I look weird on that picture, and that's okay. Because people are going to watch that video and they're going to know what it's about and get some value out of it and not even care what my face looks like in the first second of the video. And that's okay. But see, I was part of that social media drama masquerade for a couple seconds here, and then was able to drop it. And now I'm able to laugh about it with you because it was so silly and so useless and doesn't mean anything. It is our ego that makes us think these thoughts and do these things, and it is really fun to sometimes turn the volume down, to just put it in a corner like a misbehaved little child, or to laugh about it with our dirtiest Bill Burr laugh or Joe Rogan laugh. It is possible. So for the next couple of days, embrace your darkness just a little bit more. Know that you're a wonderful human being. You are inherently good. And all those behaviors, all those thoughts, all those weird habits that you might have are things that slowly can fall off the more you embrace yourself. And people are so into this. People are so into raw and authentic. And I find that so very, beautiful and inspiring. And it gives me lots of hope that this world is spinning into the right direction right now. Thank you so much for listening to my little podcast here. It means the world to me to have you here on this journey. And I would love to make it through this winter with you together. If ever you have an episode topic request, shoot me a message on Aurora Eggert Facebook page, profile. All right, I'm going to leave you with this, and I will be out there with a new episode on Monday about sex and love. Sex versus love. Our love-starved society needs to hear that episode very urgently. All right, until then.